So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, Dad here for Zephyr Games, and today I am bringing you an update to Generators. Now Generators came out in Mystic Fighters as a side set, and it's finally received its second lot of core set support in the form of a new main deck boss monster and a brand new monster that can be normal summoned in the deck. Yeah! Great start with that one. Without going through it in too much detail until the profile starts, please smash the like button, hit the notification bell and subscribe so you do not miss out on anything. And now, let's take you into the Generator profile. So, before we get onto the profile, please check out our Eternity Code opening where you can win this exclusive mouse mat, which is very, very limited, one of the ultra rare promo cards, and 5 packs of Eternity Code all around the world. So even if you haven't got Eternity Code coming to you while you're in lockdown, I will be able to send them to you. With that said and done, let's get on to Generators. Now, Generators is one of my favourite underdog decks that came out of Mystic Fighters. I believe this came out with Mathmex and Dragon Maids, and I loved all three of them, but this is probably the one that I had most fun with. So we start off with 2 of the brand new ones. Now this build comes from Carl, part of the War Games as well. He sent me this build across. This is a cheaper version because it does not contain extravagance, but it does increase the risk of bricks because you do play more level 9s, but with the brand new card there's a lot more to play around with. So we've got 2 of the brand new card, Hard Generator, Boss of Storms. So you can only control 1, exact same with all the other Generator monsters. This one's specific effect is, if your opponent adds a card or cards from their deck to the hand except during the draw phase, quick effect, you can make your opponent send 1 monster from their hand or field to the graveyard at their choice. When a card or effect is activated, quick effect, tribute 2 Generator monsters and or spellcaster monsters, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So it's a 3k defender, 3k attacker, protector. It is the highest boss monster of the deck, excluding Nagflar, who basically you only play at 1 because it gives you additional protection. We then play 2 Yugioh, Generator, Boss of Delusion. So this was the one that came out in Ignition Assault. This one is you tribute 2 Generator monsters and or rock monsters, then target 1 card on the field and banish it. So this actually hits cards, not just monsters. We play 2 Hela, Generator, Boss of Doom. This is basically tribute a zombie monster or a Generator monster and revive a Generator from the deck, from the graveyard in defense position. 1 Mardell, 1 Nagvlar, and 1 Frody. So Frody, we'll start with Mardell. Mardell was the first one that you could actually get out via normal summons because you'd go into Lonefire Blossom and then get into Mardell. That's now been changed with a different engine that Carl plays, which is very, very good. And I personally really like the engine as well. He was the one that suggested it to me, and I'm like, that's going straight in. Mardell, when it is normal or special summons, you get to add 1 Generator card or plant monster from your deck to your hand. So you search out the Generator spell that lets you just reveal a Generator monster, put it back into the deck, and then add 2 Generator spell traps. Nice. Nagflar is if another Generator monster or monsters, a card or cards you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 Generator monster or 1 Beast Warrior monster you control instead. Frody is tribute 2 or any number of Generator monsters and or Warrior monsters, then target that many monsters on the field, destroy them, but then your opponent gets to draw cards equal to the number you destroyed. So it's not really good unless you're going in for the kill, which is why it's dropped down to 1, and in some builds you can drop them out completely. We'll then play the 1 Nidhogg and the 1 Delvoglis, Generator, Boss of Iron. So Nidhogg is a Solemn Judgment, walking Solemn Judgment, which is great. When your opponent would normal or special summon a monster, when your opponent would special summon a monster or monsters, quick effect, tribute 1 Generator monster or worm type monster, and then negate the summon, and if you do, destroy it. Dovilegus is you can tribute any number of Generator monsters and or machine monsters, special summon from the hand in defense position, exactly that same amount of Generator monsters. So for those of you who don't know the way Generators work, is they have a field spell that during your opponent's turn, when they add a card from their deck to hand, floods the board with tokens. And the idea is you special summon, or when they draw a card, you special summon a Generator from your deck, and then if you special summon during your opponent's turn, you get to flood the board with tokens. You then use that token as tribute fodder to get the effects off of these cards. Now, obviously, if you go into the Boss of Iron, he'll then bring out more from the hand. So you tribute off 4, bring out 4 monsters. So that's kind of the tactic that Carl's gone with this deck, just because there's more monsters out there now that disrupt your opponent. Now, one of my puzzle tips I had to put back in the deck, I can't play this deck without it, is Nightmare Incarnation Idli. Now, this is better during the Link format, because if your opponent controlled, I think it's monsters, if your opponent controls more monsters, Link monsters than you do, let me just double check. So if the total Link rating of monsters on the field is 8 or more, quick effect, you can special summon this card from the hand. If this card is special summoned, your opponent controls more Link monsters than you do, you send all Link monsters on the field to the graveyard. Now, when you special summon out of Nightmare Incarnated Idli off your deck from World Legacy Monstrosity, she actually protects all your level 9. So level 9 monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effect, which means they don't get blown up by the World Legacy spell card during the end phase. So it's actually a really good quick play effect that you can activate, bring Idli down. If your opponent's got Link monsters, you clear them off, and then you've got 3 level 9s on the board that aren't going to get destroyed. So she's a very, very nice protector, which is why I like to keep playing her. We're then moving to the brand new engine of the deck, and that is Triple Condemned Witch. This card is insane in this deck. So when it is normal summoned, you add 1 Forbidden Quick Play, so you add Forbidden Chalice. You contribute this card during your opponent's main phase, special on 1 level 4 fairy monster from the deck except itself. So you get to special summon the brand new card, Lopter Shadow of the Generaider Bosses. Now this card is awesome. So you can only control 1 of this card per turn. 1 of this card. All Generaider monsters, including your tokens, gain 1000 attack and defense during your opponent's turn. During your opponent's turn only. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute 1 Generaider monster, special on 1 level 9 Generaider monster with a different name from your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So the idea is, during your opponent's turn, you can beef your tokens up to 2500, and if you want to, you can play the Generaider spell card that makes sure that your opponent can only attack your tokens. Then, if you want to, you tribute this guy out, bring out another Generaider or a bigger boss monster straight away, whether it be your first turn or during your opponent's turn, and then they get to start trimming off the tokens and use their effects. So it's another route to get to your bigger boss monsters. In his build, he does play it free. I don't own 3 copies of it. I will do eventually, but 2 seems to work enough for me. Moving on to the spells, we've got Triple World Legacy Monstrosity. So this can actually help you unbrick your hand. So you can special on 1 level 9 monster from your hand, which is great. It kind of unbricks you and then off you can go from there. But you can also target 1 level 9 monster you control, special summon from your deck 2 level 9 monsters, each with the different original types and attributes from that face-up monster, and with different names from each other. But these 2 monsters cannot attack, also destroy them in the end phase. So that's where Idli comes in, because Idli then protects them so they don't get destroyed during the end phase. They can't attack, but you just use them as either Link fodder or XYZ fodder, which is why this card is insane. Then got Triple Generaider Boss Quest. This one is you reveal 1 Generaider monster in your hand, and if you do, add up to 2 Generaider spell or traps with different names from your deck to your hand, except itself. So you place a reveal card on the bottom of the deck. So you get to restack your deck in a bottom order, and then this lets you add 2 spells or traps, which includes the field spell, and alongside the trap card that basically turns any effect your opponent activates in response to your Generaider effects into a both players discard 1, both players draw 1. So it's really, really cool. We then got Triple Field Spell. Triple Field Spell, so this is what the deck revolves around. So once per turn, if a card or cards is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand, including the draw phase, but except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Generaider monster from your deck in defense position. If you special summon a Generaider monster or monsters during your opponent's turn, except during the damage step, you can special summon as many Generaider tokens, Fairy, Light, level 4, attack 1500, defense 1500, as possible in attack position, but destroy them during the end phase, even if this card leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, if you were to play Metaverse, or if you were to replace your boss stage, you can actually, when your opponent adds a card, special summon another Generaider from your deck. Because that's not a hard once per turn, it's the token summon that is a hard once per turn. So you still get rid of the fodder, but you still get to fill your board. So once you've got rid of the fodder, you can swap this out during your opponent's turn, and then go, okay, cool, now I'm going to get to special summon another Generaider from my deck, which could be Lopter that can then bounce out for another Generaider. Synergy. Triple Call by the Grave, because even during the draw phase, you really don't want your opponent to ash your field spell. And then instead of Pot of Extravagance, he plays 2 Kaiju Kiri Curse. So you send one level 9 monster from your hand or face it on the field to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. So the way this deck resolves is instead of extravagance, you control your extra deck a lot better, and you make sure that the cards in your extra deck are more in permanence or like more prevalence to your plays. And then this is a cheaper option to let you discard and draw 2. Puts a card in the graveyard for you to be set up with Monster Reborn or to be set up with your zombie generator as well. Then we've got the 1 Terraform to search out your field spell, the 1 Monster Reborn to bring back a level 9. Why not? Busted. And then the 1 Forbidden Chalice, which you can search, set, negate, off you go. So very, very good card. Gives you a lot of protection as well, and it's nice the fact that it's searchable. Then for the traps, double Generator boss fight. So activate 1 Generator field spell directly from your deck or graveyard, so it gives you recyclability. Your opponent draws 1 card, so then that triggers the field spell, so plus. Double Infinite Impermanence. 1 Generator boss room. So when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your activation of your Generator card or effect, you can discard 1 card. Your opponent's activated effect becomes each player draw 1 card. Only use the effect once per turn. And the last card that I technically play as a tech-in is World Legacy Awakens. Immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 link monster using monsters you control as material. So the idea behind this is when you fill your board with link monsters or tokens, you can link into one of 2 cards that I play. One of them is IP Masquerina, and the other one is a nice little spicy tech which allows you to make a rank 9 during your opponent's turn. So you get 2 in 1 effect. And I'll show you that right after I have tidied up the deck. So, moving on to the extra deck, for your rank 9s, we play the 1 Generaider. I always get it wrong, so I do apologise. This is the Generator boss of entity. It's 2 plus level 9 monsters. You can only control 1 of it. This card's original attack becomes 1,000 times its number of materials. Quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Each player draws 1 card. Then each player that drew attaches 1 card from their hand or field to this card as material. So you bump it up. We've then got the 1 9 lives cat. So your opponent cannot target other monsters you control that were special summoned from the graveyard with card effects. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 level 9 monster in your graveyard or 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it. You can only use the effect once per turn. 3300 defender that gets to go, I'm going to bring back that generator. I'm going to bring back that generator. So you bring back Hela. Hela then brings back another generator. Both of them can't be targeted by your opponent's card effects. It's like, cool. I'm going to make another rank 9 and off I go. The 1 Infinite Track Earthslide. So this is just to deal with your opponent's back row. Double Phantom Fortress Enter Blafnir alongside double True King of all Calamities. So with the next combo that I'm about to show you, with Bujinki Amishima, if you use World Legacy Awakens, make Bujinki Amishima, which only requires 2 monsters with the same level, 2 tokens have the same level. You make Amishima. Amishima is, if this card is linked summoned, you special summon 2 monsters, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard, but their effects negated, and immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon with them. So you bring back a generator, you drop a generator from hand, you XYZ instantly into either 9 lives, Infinite Track, Thought Enchantress, or VFD. So you then get to go, cool, I've just turned my tokens into a VFD, and my VFD is then going to activate its effect and then go, boom. And if you've done that all during the standby phase, so standby phase, everything resolves. Main phase, you go and you go, boom, 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 boom. I've just made a VFD, even though I didn't have 2 level 9s during my turn. And your opponent's like, how the hell did that just happen? You go, is what it is. And you lock them out of the deck. And then you go round and then you've got your Link Monster plus a level rank 9 already on board. And then you would have already special summoned a generator from your deck because they drew a card in the draw phase. And then you go, cool, get rid of the remaining 2 or so tokens if you haven't already used the generator's effect to tribute them off. And you just continue to build your board from there. For the other Link Monsters, we've got obviously the 1 Nightmare Cerberus, the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, and the 1 Nightmare Unicorn. All to come off of, oh, not that one, your IP Masquerina. And then for the boss monsters, we've got the 1 World Gears of Theoretical Demiurge. Now this one, because it requires 3 monsters level 5 or higher, generators are all 9s, so you're going to get a max effect out of this. And you just constantly go, nuke the board, nuke the board. The one card I couldn't find that I was really annoyed about was a Topological Trispania. I completely agree with Carl on this one. He put this in there, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So again, if you make that with IP during your opponent's turn, or however you get into it, you're just going to go, okay, special summon, banish with your back row. And I'm going to burn you. Gives you a time winning. And then finally, the boss monster of Topologic Zero Boris. You constantly bring tokens to the board. So if you bring this guy out and make this guy, and then during your opponent's turn draw, you go, okay, effect, bring out a Generaider monster, bring out my tokens, banish everything, chain my Generaider's effect to tribute off and run away, or do whatever I need to do. Then you're nuking the board out, everything gets banished, 0 Boros goes, comes back as a bigger beater. So it's another option, don't have to play it, but it just gives you a bit of variety. I think the best kind of tech card in this is the Bujinki Amishima, that I don't think a lot of people understand, that it's just 2 with the same level. Usually it'd be like rank 4s, and then if an XYZ monster this card points to activates an effect by detaching material, you can target 1 spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy it. So not only does VFD stop your opponent activating effects, you then just go pop a back row as well. So it's really, really cool. I like it. As long as the cards are 2 of the same level, you get to XYZ with them. So I think that's a really cool tech to play in. And that is it for the Generaider build. So again, massive shout out to Carl, who basically gave me the structure of this deck, and then I personalised it with a couple of little texts. But like I said, he was the one that introduced me to Condemned Witch, Interlopter, and then obviously you got the brand new boss monster of Harg as well, which kind of gives you additional negation and additional disruption for your opponent as well. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Like I said, check out our Eternity Code box opening with the giveaway for this exclusive mouse mat, alongside the promo cards, which are very, very exclusive, and 5 packs of Eternity Code worldwide, no matter where you are. For now, like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, guys, happy dueling.